Hello, everyone. This is Dave Johnson from Moonride, and I'm here with Miki Jacobs. She is an author, medium, and spiritual teacher, and she's written a couple of great books. Can you tell us the titles?
So my first book is Soul Secrets,
Hmm.
and kind of know about our team in spirit. And the second, the recent one from 2024 is Sacred Wild, which kind of describe the animals and our pets from a spiritual perspective and also how their interconnectedness with us.
Yes, great. I am reading Sacred Wild. I'm a portion of the way through. It's not only about animals, it really is about consciousness, and it's very, very interesting. Perhaps we could start just by asking how you came to spirituality and this work.
So I was born and raised in Israel, Dave, into somewhat conservative Jewish home. I was as far from spirituality as one can be. At the age of 19, I joined the Israeli army. Usually, women serve 2 years, and I serve 5 years. I became a sergeant and a shooting instructor. So, once again, as far from spirituality as one can be. After the army, oh, I'll say, after the army, we usually Israeli tend to kind of travel around the world, which I did. And then I came to the US, came to California, which was very similar in weather and in style to Israel. I settled in California. I opened a business, a glass company, which I ran for many years. And all that time, I was still practicing the Judaism tradition, the Judaism kind of customs. Of course, being in the United States as opposed to Israel, that most people are Jewish, certainly back then, I came across other religion and I stumbled on spirituality and I kind of looked into it a little bit more. And what I meant spirituality, I mean look into meditation, quiet the mind. Of course, the most important thing, the creator is energy that reside within us with, as a soul. So completely with the Judaism information and certainly rules and regulation. So I kind of went towards it more and more spirituality. I taught myself how to meditate. I taught myself how to quiet the mind to where I came to a point, Dave, where the business world didn't make sense to me anymore. I kind of felt foreign in the business world. I would operate my business, and in the weekend and the evening, I became a Reiki master. I started doing energy healing to animals, which whom I love so much, of course, people. And I felt more and more foreign. That when I look back now, the universe kind of kicked me out from my business.
Yes.
And they often do sometimes, but otherwise I don't think I would leave. The business really start to fail after many years, 9, 10 years. We didn't got any contract to fix glass or in cars or hotels. Unfortunately, back then my partner died at the age of 42, so that's kind of finished the business. It closed its door, it's completely failed, which pushed me to go into spirituality more. So I improved my meditation full force and then taught myself how to channel spirit. And I like to bring that up because I was 32 years old, Dave, and I think that if I did it later in life, everyone can do it. A lot of people give the impression, some do, some mediums do, where they saw spirits around their crib when they're 2 years old and they knew their grandfather died and the phone call came. Well, I didn't have any of that, obviously. So, with the right work, with the right rules, with the right lifestyle, as I call it, spiritual lifestyle, with the ability to stay consistent, that's the main thing. We can absolutely train to quiet the mind where the channel is nice and open and we can heal spirits.
Wonderful. Great. You know, you reflect so many of my clients. So many of them will call me and say, "Hey, I'm 75. What's going on here? My life is totally changed and I don't know what I have to offer." It is very consistent with a lot of people's experience. It's very interesting. So, I am going to read a portion of Sacred Wild, which I found really quite interesting, which is This is from page 22. The interaction and nature of relationships among soulmates changes with each incarnation, and throughout the incarnation itself. Sometimes these relationships can be positive, heartwarming, and pleasant, while other times, they may be challenging, full of despair, and even tragic. This is because our immortal and powerful souls understand that difficult experiences provide the most effective way to achieve a successful incarnation. Could
Yeah.
we just speak about that? I find that to be really,
Oh,
again, very current and interesting.
of course. So I'll go a little bit prior to that, prior to talking actually concept of soulmates, which will explain the paragraph, is souls, which is energy that reside within our body, part of the overall creator. Essentially, Dave, I like to teach people that the creator, that wonderful, beautiful, all pure being, supreme being that created everything, kind of divide his energy to many, many fragments, and each part of fragment of God energy reside within all form, reside within everything, reside within nature. In human being and animals, the part that reside, God that reside within us, usually called a soul. Sometimes people call it other name, higher self, consciousness within, Christ within. So there's many names to it, spirit, you know. So our soul reside within the body. The main goal of our soul is to express our God-like essence. We want to be more like God, not in an ego way, of course, in a way that we are a part of Him. One way in which souls do that, human souls, animal souls too, but a little different, is we incarnate into different dimension. One dimension that we incarnate into is planet Earth. So the soul, part of God, incarnate into a human form in order to express its God-like beauty through a form. So that is essentially what we're doing here. So within every human being, obviously there is the soul within the body. Souls love planet Earth. People tell me, no, that cannot be. I'm not going to come here anymore. Oh, yes, yes, you will. The reason souls, remember, soul ultimate goal is to express ourselves as part of God through a form of a human being. The reason we love to incarnate in here, because planet Earth is harsh and planet Earth is complex, and it's have complexity and the difficulty of life. There is the difficulty of the mind and body. The body is dense and hard and illnesses and stuff. The mind is very, very complex. So it's give our souls more opportunity to express itself through a complex human form and expand. Once again, it's important to viewer to understand what the ultimate goal of all soul, whether human, whether animal souls, is to be more like God, to reflect Him essentially within us. So we come here again and again and again, which we refer to as incarnation or lifetimes. So every incarnation, soul, specific souls, will choose different blueprint, which refer to the detail of the lifetime or the detail of the incarnation.
Right.
So a soul will change the blueprint from one lifetime to another. For example, one incarnation, a soul will embody a female, the other one a male, the other one gay, the other one is straight, the other one, another incarnation, a soul will include harsh childhood, another will include easy childhood, easy life circumstances. The soul will also include the weaknesses and strength of the physical and mental body. Why is that? Because the more different one incarnation from another, the more we can expand. Different experiences, different form. Soulmates mean that souls that we often incarnate into planet Earth together. So there are certain souls that we kind of come together, and sometimes we kind of come, with the different other souls. Soulmates are significant people in our lives. Obviously, an immediate family would be souls that we incarnate together. Again, every incarnation will have a different family. Sometimes we'll incarnate into one parent, no parent, So again, the more creative the soul is with the blueprint, which the detail of the life, the more opportunity. Because what we want, once again, is to utilize life on planet Earth for expansion. It's the only reason why the soul here. We don't come here for the beautiful beach. We do, but not really. So again, so in soulmate, so we will change now. People think that there is a really great misconception about the phrase soulmate. A lot of women come to me, they're like, Miki, where is that my soulmate? Soulmate again, meaning people in our life that provide the soul with most opportunity. So a soulmate can mean, of course, life partner. A soulmate can mean one of the kids, that provide opportunity for a growth. So soulmate. So again, from each lifetime, we will change the life circumstances. We will change the opportunity that the soul need to utilize in order to grow, and expand. But soulmate is not necessarily therefore a life partner. It's a little misconception. Is the people that if you review certain people in your life, is the people that really provide you with the best opportunity for growth. If you to look at spiritual perspective of your life, if you don't, you want to look for it. So again, childhood, really, if we go back and visit our childhood, even difficult childhood, we can look at it from a spiritual perspective and see that sometimes it's make us who we are today. Even when people tell me who is my soulmate, I say that's your ex-husband or wife. They say no, it's not. I say sure it is, because if you look at divorces, if you look at different interaction, if you look at different experience, it's all for the soul to help each other. Not one, souls always help each other to grow through experiences. Some experiences are easy, even when people have more than one child, all the dynamic would be different between the children. So it's all has to do with just the soul kind of pack experiences, difficult, not only difficult, some are good experiences. This is a wonderful planet. Obviously, there is a lot of joy, you have opportunity to grow in a positive way. But mostly, souls love planet Earth because we grow through pain. No one like to hear it. No one like to really, why is that? They think God punishing us. God cannot punish. He's all loving, all pure. God puts rules. And the rules are that on planet Earth, we grow or get shaken up by difficult experiences, which what the collective of humanity experience right now. Also, all I would tell viewers really, or your life, Dave, or my life, that when I look back, it's the difficult experiences that indeed caused me to be who I am today. If everything is good, we're kind of a lazy species. If really everything is positive and all beautiful every day, we will never grow. We will just be sitting there, and just do nothing. So we need the suffering, we need the pain. It is a suffering kind of a planet. However, there is benefit. The more the soul get, more evolved, more expanded, the more we grow spiritually, the more joy we feel, the more inner peace we feel. But for the most part, we grow through suffering.
Mm, I think that's quite true. Moving just to this point, I really liked the your book about animals because when I do this work and I teach people to channel, I put them in a couple of pyramids, right? And I ask them to bring in helpers, people who have passed to the other side. I think that they're helpful when you speak to spirit, to have somebody who's sort of already there, who loves you. And one thing I was told to do is ask people to bring in beloved pets that have passed. And it often happens that they do believe in bring in beloved pets, and there's something very specific about this energy, again, as they're preparing to channel, and it's important for them to feel safe and to be safe. And I notice very consistent behavior about these beloved pets. And for example, they will show up and they will be in the pyramid with the person, but consistently, for example, they will almost always be out front. I would say 99% of the time. So I just wanted to bring that up. Just I found it just so intriguing, and I thought Animal Wild was very intriguing on that level. Maybe you could speak to animals and their consciousness and how that helps us.
Right. So important, very important theme of Sacred Wild is to explain to people that animals have souls the way we do. There is no any difference between the soul that we part of God or fragment of God that reside within an animal and a soul that reside within human being. Unfortunately, through the years of my work, a lot of people do not think that they have souls. A lot of religion do not think that they've, and therefore they view animal as secondary, as below us, as if we are above. And it was very important for me to bring at Sacred Wild that there is no difference between us. Soul of an animal is a soul of an animal is a soul of a human being, both part of God. The only difference is that the soul of an animal expresses itself through animal form and the soul of a human through a human. No different, all pure between them. So that's very important to be open to the concept. Also, the fact that souls have the pets, wild animals would be different, so we'll focus on pets just for lack of time. So the souls of pets give them so much power. People underestimate the amazing power that our pets have, power that we cannot do. Although we human beings can all channel, that's why I cover it at the beginning. I train myself how to channel. It's come natural to our pet because pets don't have ego, which is an energy that resides within human being, that negative energy, harsh energy, dense energy, that is accumulated through our negative intention. Once we project negative intention, once we project negative action or use our free will for negativity, of course, negative action have many levels, very severe of taking someone's life and kind of go down, that's when we start accumulating that, frankly, entity that sometimes we call it ego within the body. That energy reside within the body and cause human being a lot of problems. One of the problems that bring human being is that now you have kind of two energies reside within your body. There is the energy of the soul reside within the body. There is the energy of the ego reside within the body. And really the point is to grow spiritually and align ourselves with the correct energy, meaning the soul. A lot of people, which is why the shape of humanity is right now, is the collective ego lead the way. And when individual people align with the ego, it's project to the collective. And it's grow, everything is energy, and it's grow, and it's grow, and it's grow, and look where we are in humanity. Animals, pets, all animals will never intentionally harm someone else. They can defend themselves. They can train, let's say, German Shepherd can be trained to attack other human beings to protect the people. Animals can be protecting their offspring. If animals are ill or not well, they will bite or they will growl. But animals will never project intentionally to harm another animal or human. Because that's the fact, there is no ego in animals. So animals do not have the energy of the ego. Not having an ego within their body allow an animal to tune into their soul. Essentially, a soul of an animal shine through their personality. You don't need Miki to tell you that. All you need to do is look at your pets, look at animals, look how soothing they are, look how lovely they are. Also, the powers they have that we don't have is because their soul shine through their personality. Amazing powers, Dave. Cats, for example, are able to detect pockets of negativity within our home or space of living. They absorb the negative energy to their own body and they release it away from us. Again, pets are easily see spirit. They see their departed sibling. They see the departed people. Or even that, you don't have to listen to me. Look at your pets when they look like that.
Hmm.
when they appear to have a full-blown conversation because they are having a full-blown conversation with spirit.
Yes.
So they are that, why would they do that? I mean, we have, at the evening, we have 20 animals we rescue. But in the evening, we all kind of sitting downstairs and the cats would look upstairs and they do that. Obviously follow, animals. So they, now, can we do it? Sure, we can train ourselves to do it, but it's come natural to them. Also, they can easily, through their powerful soul, can tell if we stress, if we ill, if we healthy, if we dying. I used to be a chaplain in a hospital, when they bring those comfort animals, the animals that clearly know the person is going to die do not want to leave the room. They know how to comfort us. So they have so much amazing, magical powers that we don't have. So it does sound like they're second citizens or below us. I don't know.
Ah, fascinating. Yes, I totally agree. This experience of animals is a very particular and special one, and certainly not less than that would be what we'd feel with a human.
No,
Great. So we are kind of experiencing a time now where it feels like there's a battle between the dark and the light. And some of this is information I'm getting downloaded, and some of this is information from my clients, just particular experience. Would you agree that that is going on? And if it is going on, what should we do?
100% it's what's going on. It's go back to the individual poor choices of individual that become bigger and bigger, whether in within whether among people among themselves, in companies, in corporation. I mean, the free will has been growing up in the wrong direction. Is that mean there are no more and more people that are positive and spiritual? Sure, but certainly the ego grow in power. Individual affect the collective, collective affect the individual.
Hmm.
And over the years, more and more people went through the dark. I will dark can mean a lot of things to different people, meaning away from the soul within the body, away from being positive, spiritual, kind, loving, all the things, greed and money and negativity. So the more people become like that, the more that negativity, that which is energy, feed the collective,
Hmm.
which we are right now. The good news. The good news, Dave, that if you really pay attention, certainly in reading, would be interesting to know if you came across that. More and more people later in life inspired to learn channeling, inspired to grow spiritually. Look how many new books there are out there right now, self-help books, spiritual books, mind, body, spirit book. Why is that? Because the creator don't want humanity to cease to exist. His children, we're not doing good at all, as you can imagine, but inspire more and more people. So I do see the last, certainly, let's say last 4 or 5 years, I do see more and more people that had nothing to do with spirituality. All of a sudden, oh my God, Miki, I had that idea and I'm going to be a life coach and I'm going spiritual. So that's inspired by spirit. That inspired because what we're trying to do is to tilt the scale from collective negative ego to a soul collective. It takes
Mm.
time, energy take time, everything take time, but I can see that we're shifting into that direction. Interviews such as today, I hope will help. That's why it's important to spread the message. It takes one person at a time. And really, if we pay attention, there is growth of the collective soul. But we're not there yet. We need, unfortunately, more wake-up calls in the same way, Dave, that we talk about the soul come here for individual expansion. So is the collective. So look at the globe, look at country, look what's going on all over, look at the division. So we'll come to a point where we will have enough. The suffering will shake us enough to wake up. Are we there yet? No, but we have a lot of help, including aliens. We have different species that kind of
Mhm.
help us and stuff. Hence, we see all those UFO, which is a separate issue. But we have a lot of help. So the future look good, look positive. We're not going to cease to exist. I don't think zombies going to knock on our doors anytime soon. But at the moment, we're not good. So to the viewers, is start small, start within yourself, meditate, quiet the mind, get help, self-help book, connect, learn how to align with your soul, spirituality, and then as you grow, then that's project to the soul collective energy, and hopefully it will take over.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. And I am optimistic. We all have to keep in mind that the media is designed to send us to the most unpleasant and stressful and anger producing and hatred producing places. That is its design. That is an instant that people
Yes,
get. The
yes.
lifestyle of spirituality is not going to be featured on most YouTube channels, although we're
Right,
trying to do it right now,
right, right,
right?
right,
There
right.
is really, I see in so many clients a resurgence of light. It's just not necessarily advertised, right? Because it's
Right,
not
right,
exciting,
right,
perhaps, to many
right.
people.
Yeah. But the
So,
light will shine stronger than the
uh,
dark. So even if it's less of us, it will shine stronger. It's just going to take a little bit of time, but we will
mhm.
get there. Yeah.
Right. So finally, I was just gonna have you channel and whomever you like. These are difficult times, so helpful message from any guide would be useful today.
Of course. So first, again, to go back to the fact that everyone can channel, very important to say that because 9 out of 10 people said, no, I'm 60 or 70, or, it's not true. We all have the soul within the body. And in reading, Miki do not conduct the reading. My soul does. Miki is move aside. However, Dave, it's important to know that you have to have a lifestyle that supports channeling. If I have drama or smoke weed or have negativity, I will not be able to hear spirit. Is that mean Mickey is perfect? By no means. It's mean that if I am, my soul will leave. And I don't want to leave yet. So, it's mean that, observe your mind, observe your body, be good to the physical body, feed it well. The body is obviously where the soul resides. Engage in spirituality, engage in classes or book. Just be a decent human being. It sounds cliche, it's not. And then where enough of us do it, we project that outside and then we start tilting it. And they're waiting for us. Spirit, our spirit team, delightful as can be, Dave. Spirit team, that the spirit guides, we have guardian angel, we have archangel, we have different, light being, wonderful, ready to inspire, encourage us. So again, work on your spiritual awareness, work on your growth and your positivity. Again, all that sound cliche, it's not. It is the only way in which we will tilt it back.
Wonderful, Mickey. That's just great. Thanks so much for that information. I completely agree. Really appreciate you being on the show today and shedding some
Pleasure.
light.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Dave. Wonderful opportunity. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye, everyone.